Pathra Punch!
Hey guys, it's Pathra, and in this video I want to talk about the latest Hearthstone patch notes that just came out today. But before I get into that, I want to quickly introduce myself in case you're new to my video or channel. I'm Pathra and I'm a Hearthstone content creator, and I stream live on twitch.tv/Pathra. Make sure to catch some of my streams and say hello to me there. Also, I do have a Hearthstone Discord, so if you want to be part of a Hearthstone community, ask me or other people any battlegrounds or ladder questions, feel free to join my Discord at discord.gg/Pathra. Alright, let's check out the patch notes. So something we've all been waiting for, and now it's finally here. It is Battlegrounds custom lobbies, and they've decided to call it Battlegrounds Party. So now you can have up to 8 people in your own custom lobby. That is amazing. So now you can play with friends, family, streamers can play with other streamers, and basically you can just make your own events and see who's the best of them all. So in the past, it was only 2 people in a custom lobby, and you would queue the ladder, the Battlegrounds ladder together. Now, if you have up to 2 to 4 players, you'll be queued into a normal ranked Battlegrounds match together. And if it's a custom lobby that exceeds 4 players, the game will automatically switch it to a private Battlegrounds match for 5 to 8 players. That's really cool, and I'm really excited to test this feature out and play with lots of other friends and climb the ranked Battleground matches together. We are given 3 new heroes for Battlegrounds, and the first hero that they mention is Warden Barov, and his hero power is called Friendly Wager, which costs 1 gold, and this could be easily doable to play this gold by, selling a little token to just use it. And the hero power is guess which player will win their next combat. If they win, get 3 coins. So I got some clarification with this hero power, and basically when you hit the hero power, 2 heroes will pop up in front of your screen, and the hero will never be yourself. It'll always be 2 other people in your lobby, and you have to choose out of the 2 which you think will win. If you are right, you get 3 gold coins, and I think that if they draw, that is considered a loss. I am not entirely sure, but that just seems like that it would be that case. Like if they draw, I think it's a loss and you don't get the 3 coins. Also, something that I'm interested about, and I'm not sure, this wasn't clarified yet, but if you do win the 3 gold coins and you hit the Bob's Tavern, the first Bob's Tavern, and you don't use up all your golden coins, will the coins pass over to the next time you hit Bob's Tavern? I really don't think so. I think this is because Blizzard don't really want you to hold on and save these gold coins that will sort of give you an advantage in the future. I think they would want you to use it then and there once you get it for the first Bob's Tavern. So that's what I think anyways, but we'd have to test out this hero and see if you can keep the coins, what happens when you draw, but those are my thoughts of what I think will happen with that scenario. Also, because you can never choose yourself, I think the hero power is not as great as it seems, because if it does land on you and you know how strong you are, that would be very easy to guess whether you win or lose, right? But because it's on other people in your lobby, you have to be pretty knowledgeable about what turn it is, how strong heroes are in the meta, and or paying attention to what your opponent's boards are like throughout the game if it's later in the game and you use that hero power if you want 3 coins. But I think I really think that this is such a nice concept for a hero, and I know there's a lot of people out there who just want to gamble, and it would give you such an advantage for the early game to get 3 gold, right? Because that's basically another minion, and that can help you win fights early game. So I like the concept a lot, and it's going to be very interesting. I think it's a decent hero power. So the next new hero that we're given is Janice Barov, and her hero power is called Swap, Lock, and Shop It, and it costs 0 gold. And we love 0 gold hero powers. So what it does is it swaps a friendly non-golden minion with a random one in Bob's Tavern. So how I look at it is it's like Yogg's hero power, just it's free, not 2 gold, and it doesn't give a buff. And what you do is you pick a non-golden minion on your board and it'll swap it for a random one in Bob's Tavern. And this is a pretty neat free trick that you could do with your board, because you could have a token and you could just swap it with a random minion in Bob's Tavern, or you could have a lower tier minion and you could swap it for a higher tier minion in Bob's Tavern. And something I think that will happen is, I don't think when you swap it, I think it goes, the minion that you get from Bob's Tavern will go into your hand and then you play it on your board. Because that would be pretty silly if you swapped it with like something from Bob's shop and it just went straight onto your board and it was a buffer minion and you couldn't even use it. So yeah, it would make sense that it would go into your hand. But yeah, we aren't given any clarification, but that's what I think. I would think that this hero power is also pretty interesting, like the other one. I wouldn't say it's super powerful, but I think it's cute. It's nice because it's free, and I do think it's it'll be a decent hero. It'll be better than a small handful of other heroes, I would think. Our third Battlegrounds hero that we see here is Forest Warden Omu, and it's really nice that we see these 3 legendary cards from the scholomance expansion. They're now Battleground heroes. So Forest Warden Omu's hero power is called Everbloom, and it's a passive. And after you upgrade Bob's Tavern, gain 2 gold this turn only. So this hero instantly made me think of Bartendertron. And Bartendertron is basically 1 extra gold because the leveling is one gold cheaper than everybody else's. So Bartendertron makes leveling 1 gold cheaper, whereas this hero is 2 gold when you level. So technically, Forest Warden Omu is like 1 gold cheaper than Bartendertron. And yeah, you have to use the gold at that specific turn once you get it. Once you level, you only get the 2 extra gold that turn. And that being said, Bartendertron isn't even good in this meta. So having 1 extra gold, will that make it better? It's hard to say, but I do like, because it is better than Bartendertron, I'd like to really see how it affects the meta and how it does against all the other Battleground heroes. I do think it'll be better than a small handful. I think out of all the heroes that just came out today, I think this might be the weakest out of the 3, but I don't think it's terrible. I think it's just decent, and it'll definitely see some play. But yeah, it won't be anything higher than a decent hero, I think. So that's basically it. And I'm really happy that we've gotten some new heroes for Battlegrounds. They do a very good job of, you know, switching up the meta and keeping it fresh. And I'm really happy to see these heroes, and that all these 3 heroes are all decent, and they've already beat some of like the bottom minions, which sorry, not minions, the bottom heroes, which are like Nefarian, Bartendertron, King Mugla, Shutterwalk, Queen Wagtoggle. So yeah, these 3 new heroes of Battlegrounds will see play, and yeah, I'm really excited to try them out. So we have a new minion coming to Battlegrounds, and it is Micro Mummy. And some of you guys will remember Micro Mummy from the standard ladder. It was a 2-mana paladin card. It was pretty good. And in Battlegrounds, it's a tier 1 mech, and it has 1 attack and 2 health, and it is a reborn minion. So I think this is the 2nd reborn minion that Battlegrounds has now. I think the other one is Bronze Warden, but do correct me if I'm wrong that there's only 2 reborn minions currently. But yeah, at the end of the turn, it gives another random friendly minion +1 attack. So not only does it have the stats of a homunculus, since it's reborn, it's technically a 2/4 like homunculus, it has the bonus to give another random friendly minion +1 attack on your board. So that's a pretty strong tier 1 minion, right? And every time I see it in the store early game, I would pick it over the other tier 1 minions. And because Micro Mummy is added to the pool of mechs for tier 1, that means another mech in tier 1 has to go. And that mech is Mecharoo. Bye-bye, Mecharoo. Mecharoo, I do think it was like really one of the least picked things in tier 1. And I say this because you only ever pick it in turn 1 and never again after that, really. And it basically acted like a Righteous Protector, but at least Righteous Protector had other uses, like to stop zaps or Dancing Daryl would dance on it because it's got a divine shield. Whereas, yeah, the Mekaru just didn't really have much purpose. So, I mean, one time I got it from the store to refresh my Deflecto bot's divine shield, but that was just me being desperate because I never found my egg or a harvest golem. So yeah, Mekaru is really, really bad. So I'm really glad that they removed Mekaru and replaced it with a much better tier 1 mech, which is Micro Mummy. And something else that they're doing is they're actually nerfing Pack Leader. And this one is a little bit surprising to me. So it used to be a 3/3. Whenever you summon a beast, give it +3 attack. And now they're changing it to 2 attack and 3 health. And whenever you summon a beast, it gives it +2 attack. So yeah, like I said, a little bit surprising because I didn't think it was that bad. But I do remember that once you hit tier 3 and you run into a comp that has Pack Leader with rat or infested wolf, it's pretty strong compared to most comps, and you most likely lose to it. So I guess they're kind of toning it down with its power level so you don't take a lot of damage early game. Kind of like how they removed Cannon, but instead of removing Pack Leader, they're just toning it down. So I like that, and I don't have any problem with that. Just a little bit surprising because I didn't think it was that bad. Yeah, so that's basically all the patch notes for Battlegrounds. So that's all the Battleground patch notes that we have today. There are some constructed patch notes. I won't really go over them. I'll just basically say that I do agree with all of them. I just haven't played a lot of standard ladder. I've been focusing more of my time to Battlegrounds because I have new goals for Battlegrounds and I don't really have goals anymore for constructed. I've been playing constructed for like 5 years, and the meta right before scholomance was really, really hard to play. Like right before scholomance hit, it was just really, really hard to play standard, and I saw all the pros and the biggest streamers all just playing Battlegrounds. Like they just really couldn't take standard. And once scholomance hit, I did try some of the new decks, and I know that the meta has been absolutely amazing with scholomance, and that's really good to hear. But I just stuck with Battlegrounds and I've been enjoying it. So, but I'm really happy that both sides are amazing right now, and I just personally want to spend more time in Battlegrounds. But yeah, I agree with all the patch notes for standard. I think Secret Passage definitely needed a nerf. It's still good now that it gives you 4 cards instead of 5. And Cabal Acolyte losing a little bit of health, understandable. You don't want to make the tempo swing super crazy. Totem Goliath, because Shaman is not seen that much. It's like the least class played in the meta right now. So anything to make Shaman see more play works. I don't know if it'll make Shaman see more play with this buff, but you know, I'm for it. And Arcwitch Willow was a legendary that wasn't being played so much, so they gave it a buff in the mana cost, but a nerf in the stats, which I was a little bit weirded out by the stats. I was thinking a 5/6 stat line or a 5/7 stat line would be better rather than a 5/5 nerf stat line. Anyways, and Dark Glare also makes sense that it would give you 1 mana instead of 2 mana, because I think that was getting a little bit out of hand. So yeah, I do agree with all of that. So some of my final thoughts is I'm really happy with the patch notes that have been coming out from Blizzard as of late. They like to keep their meta fresh, and if they see something that is beginning to be out of control, they're going to tone it down. And it's a lot faster than what they used to do in the past. So I'm really happy with all these changes, and it's crazy. I don't even think Battlegrounds has even been out for a whole year yet, and they're coming out with the custom lobbies. So that is absolutely huge. And yeah, I'm just really, really happy with Battlegrounds. I see that there's so much love for it. Like lots of people play Battlegrounds. All these new heroes keep coming, and it's really exciting. And maybe that's why I've changed to Battlegrounds now, and I've been having so much fun with it. And yeah, I just have new goals with Battlegrounds. I want to reach certain MMRs and see how I do with it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give it a like and make sure to subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.